My name is Ruth Judge, and my husband was Jerry Judge. Well, mostly he was at Point Magoo, and then he went to Point Hueneme. And those, those ships, there wasn't really too much going on there. And then we went to Pomona, and there was a group of about 8 other people who were there at this schooling. And they have been lifelong friends of those, because we were transferred from Pomona to Vallejo, and what's the island? Mare Island, where they set up the actual school. And he was teaching in the school. He taught in Pomona also, and then he was teaching in the missiles in this. And then they would go, to different places. He then went to, we were in Vallejo. We married in 55. Then we were supposed to go to San Diego, and he was going to go to Camp Crudezpac. And so we traded houses with the chief who was replacing him in Vallejo. And we lived in his house in San Diego, and he lived in our house. And we paid our own rent. So that was nice. But then the man the chief in Vallejo had got out of the Navy. And so we had to get out of his house. And it turned out that we had gone to San Diego when we were transferred from Vallejo, and our furniture came, and then Jerry went down to Camp Crudezpac to check in, and they said, "Oh no, you belong in Long Beach. You're going to the USS Topeka." Only they didn't move me back, and the 4 kids, back to to Long Beach. Said there was it wasn't possible for them to do that. So that was a very difficult time for me. I didn't know anybody. I had 4 children under the age of 6, and just all by myself. So it was kind of hard, and it was very hard for him, because then we had to buy another car, and he had to drive down every other weekend, and that kind of thing. Now, in between there, he was on the Valley Forge and the Princeton, and he went to Seattle with the Princeton when it was to be decommissioned. And how he was, at that time, a first class. I don't know how he got picked, but he had to stay on the ship to check everybody out. And so he was the last one off the Princeton. And we went to one of their reunions, and they had written up a piece in the Navy, it's a long time ago, about the chief, he wasn't chief, the sailor who had to, the last man off the Princeton. They thought that was pretty, and he just had a wonderful, wonderful life, because he liked everybody and everybody